In this video, we'll talk about revision bias. It refers to people's tendency to prefer experiences and products that have been revised over time, independent of objective improvements over predecessors. This effect holds even when less total effort is devoted to revised versions relatively to earlier versions. Simply telling people that there is a revised document can lead people to conclude it is better than the original one, regardless of whether it is truly better. In an experiment, graduate students were asked to revise their resumes and rate their own results. The more dramatic the revision, the higher the rating. In another experiment, even incidental or trivial revisions, such as changing the font, led outside observers to give higher ratings to resumes marked as revised. In an experiment about gummy candies, people gave higher ratings to candies described as having been made from a revised recipe, whether or not that was true. This means you might not even need to revise it. You just need to tell people it is the revised one, and the people are likely to think the so-called revised one is better. Next time, if you think a revised 400-page document is better, think again. People tend to think those revised or updated policies are better than old ones. Sometimes the revision is very minor without substantial changes, but people still tend to give higher ratings to newer ones. The same revision bias can be applied to standards, textbooks, curriculum, software, and many others. The standards for educational leadership have been updated frequently at national, regional, and state level. With the updated standards, the educational leadership programs need to make changes to align the leadership certification programs with the standards. Are there substantial changes in the revised standards? Maybe, and they don't come very often. Big changes in the educational leadership standards take a long time with years of debate and deliberation. More often, the changes are minor semantic changes, adding new buzzwords or moving things around. For example, Standard 1.2b is now Standard 3.4c. And there are never short of justifications for such revisions. The revision bias can be intertwined with the pro-innovation bias, which describes people's strong bias in favor of innovation, ignoring its limitations or weaknesses, and continue to promote it anyway. In this video, we talk about the revision bias. It refers to people's tendency to prefer experiences and products that have been revised over time, independent of objective improvement over predecessors. Now it is time for you to provide an example of the revision bias and reflect on how it influences decisions made by you or the people around you.